ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Monday, which means it is time another Nozz gets back on to watching anime because, my god, not having internet for half a week and being sick for half a week really screwed with everything, didn't it? But we're here. We're on the last few episodes of Dr. Stone Season 2, and then I am done with this shit. At least until the next season, so.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
I love you. It's always weird when she just appears. I don't even know if that got picked up by the microphone. But that means, Dr. Stone, until we can put it back to bed until next year. In the last episode, they made explosive paper airplanes, which I asked Sai, would it work like that? And she's like, no, that's retarded. Why? She didn't actually say the R word. That's me saying that. And then Tsukasa surrendered because apparently his little sister is a vegetal. And now they're going to go and rescue his little potato of a little sister. And I guess all the war crimes that Tsukasa's done. Water under the bridge. So long as he gets his little potato back, he'll be fine. But let's get in here, shall we, and see what's going on, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, and go. Man, here's hoping they don't put any nitroglycerin in it so they don't put a bomb in his potato. Yes. It's bad enough that we got... Like, it wipes out half the fucking tree line, man! It wipes out half the tree line. Look at that shit. Like, that man's going super rashy about the goddamn explosives. We probably shouldn't have that man around if we're trying to have a government that's not, based around crime. I don't know, man. Real lucky they just had a stone sparrow waiting there, huh? Yep. A truce. Going the North and South Korea route, because that's working out totally fine for them, huh? Alright, bring the potato back. If she still got brain damage, then hey, at least they got something to eat, right? You're not gonna put any clothes on the potato? God damn. And clothing the potato. And she's already made a dress. How amazing. The main female character, her main ability is home economics. Man, for a pacifist, this mangaka sure has some really backwards fucking views, huh? The foolish backward savages. So what kind of brain damage did she have? Was she brain dead, or was her neural pathways not working? Because if she was brain dead, like, that implies that the revival fluid is literal goddamn magic. Because brain cells cannot be regrown. Her her stone cracks are in her hair. Did Okay, here's the question. Did Tsukasa have bad eyesight? Because all of his cracks are over his eyes. Did Tsukasa have bad vision? Is that what happened? Oh, about 3,000 years. You know, no big deal. Mirai just sniffs and be like, hey, why do you smell like war crimes? Oh, Kohaku, don't you fucking dare! No, Kohaku, you were protecting your sister from pneumonia, and you didn't once go, huh, maybe genocide is the solution. No, bullshit. Fuck this author. I hope he dies. Like, holy shit. I fucking hate pacifists. Name one time a pacifist got anything done, and no, Gandhi doesn't count, and nor does MLK. Because they had plenty of people in the background doing the actual fighting and actual violence. Now that's a hot take. That's gonna get people pissed at me, but hey, alright. Debate me, Chief. Let's go. Like, Gandhi's shit wouldn't have worked if it wasn't for the rebellion of the Hindus and the Muslims, because they thought they were biting down on pork fat bullet cartridges. If it wasn't for that revolution, Gandhi's shit wouldn't have worked. And if it wasn't for people like Malcolm X and, you know, the other more violent aspects of the Civil Rights Act, MLK's thing wouldn't have gone anywhere. Like, see, that's the fucked up thing about history. Pacifists never get anything done. Like, they only work, like, as kind of like a fresh, like, publicly acceptable face to an incredibly violent social change. By the way, violent social change, not an inherently bad thing. In fact, most social change is violent. First wave feminism was violent, and it worked. Friggin' Civil Rights Act. Violence. The Civil War. Violent. It all worked. Violence just kind of solves a lot of issues. I swear to God, this man's about to stab that bitch. Like... Speaking of violence, here we go! Oh man, it wouldn't... The only person that could fool your ears, it would be the guy who's a goddamn murderous sociopath. Alright, time to dynamite the dog, let's go! I'm actually surprised this guy turned up again. Alright. Really? Someone blow this cop up, I swear to God. Contact Hyoga, it's time for violence. Yoga-sama's true goddamn goal. Terrorism. Damn, it's a good thing it's made out of literally an incredibly common thing. Huh. All you gotta do is find another cave where bats hang out. And their shit will liquefact and turn into more. Yes, leave your little sister with the actual literal sociopath. Yeah, this'll work. Damn, I guess the problem solved itself. Arthur couldn't bring himself to have Senku murder Tsukasa, so he had a secondary villain do it. My man's just yeeted himself, alright. So here's the question, does Tsukasa survive this? And if so, does this mean we're gonna have some episodes of jungle survival with Tsukasa and Senku? Oh god, I fucking hate this writer so goddamn much. Actual fucking shit tier hack crap. Okay, so what's our man's goal here? What's our man's goal? Alright, yeah! Oh shit, right, yeah, he's divorced. Damn. Okay, what's his goal? Does he want science weapons to conquer the world? Might makes right. Oh, so cool. A really, really, really dumb idea. There, he's assigning a deific, he's assigning a deific justification to the petrification. I mean, it super can if you're not a dipshit about it. Earth can support as many fucking people as you need so long as you're not a goddamn dumbass. Like, with the correct advances in technology, you can literally support a nigh infinite amount of people. Of course, you need to actually do those when, living in a corporate oligarchy like a lot of us do. That's. Oh, good. A Darwinist libertarian. My favorite. Yeah. Yeah, Senku's got it. Senku's got it. That's it. Oh wait, no, he's not a Darwinist libertarian. He's uh he's an actual fascist. He's an actual fascist. Behold the birds, you fool! Taste pigeons, villain! Okay, now kill him. Grab his spear, drive it into his neck, and kill him. End his life. If Tsukasa doesn't grab his spear and slit his goddamn jugular right the fuck now... Hooray, it's almost as if Senku is a good person, Tsukasa. You finally deciding to be a good person does not make you less of a war criminal, but alright. Okay, now kill. Murder. Like, I'm not saying that homicide solves every problem, but historically it solves like 99% of them. Someone's gotta take that out of context, aren't they? Good! You better actually murder him! Like, this isn't Ann Prim versus Libertarian anymore. This is, no, this guy is an actual problem. Take him out back and shoot him. The only way to deal with fascism is to take it out back and shoot it. Same with communism. Jesus, any extremist, ideology like what Hyoga has, take it out back and fucking shoot it. The second Hyoga starts saying his shit, the correct answer is, very interesting. Face the wall. Okay, now blow him up. If he doesn't lose that leg, you can fuck off. I'm so... An explosion went off at ankle height. The fact that he has an ankle at all is some bullshit. Okay, Primitive. Well, I heard that noise. That to me sounded like a Marty McFly gambit. Senku better whip out the Glock right the fuck now. See, how does he have a leg? I mean, it's not. You can survive with one lung. Patch him up, stop the bleeding, and he'll live. He'll be missing a lung. And he'll have to survive with just the one lung, but it's doable. Like, seriously, like, this wound that they're saying that is gonna kill him is very, very survivable, honestly. Where's my Pepsi? There's my Pepsi. He put a battery in it. There it is. Taste manganese, villain! Okay, kill him. Okay. Now kill him. Kill him. Grab the spear, drive it into his heart, and don't stop stabbing until he stops moving. Kill him. Grab his head, drive it into the water, and hold it down until bubbles stop. He's still alive. It's not the volts that kill you, it's the amperage. And I guarantee you a manganese battery probably does not have the amperage to kill him. Like, I could be wrong. I'm not an electrician, but still. And that's the end. Okay, well, I guess we gotta watch one more episode to figure out what happens to Yoga. Fuck me. Oh boy. I wonder how many people got mad at me for that thing earlier. But yeah. Pacifism. Fuck pacifism. It doesn't work. Like, but, I mean, so I get bored and just read historical texts a lot. And yeah, no, like, I've actually recently been reading about, basically major social changes throughout history. And all of the ones that everyone's like, oh, and pacifism won the day. Like, no, it didn't. It very much didn't. Like, the only pacifist movements that actually won over anything, in history are ones that had a violent one backing it. And I know the times we live in, like, that's not really a great thing to be saying, you know, but like major social change has always been that way, you know? Like the civil rights movement. Yes, there are a lot of like a lot of non-violent people like MLK and all that. But like there's also a lot of riots and a lot of like violence. And you know, the Black Panthers were a thing. I think MLK himself, oh god, what was his quote? I used to know this off. Okay, what was it? A uh, a riot is a riot is the voice of the voiceless. I think that's it. And yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, even MLK was like, oh yeah, no, riots. Like I'm not for violence, but man, yeah, no, that says something back over there. And I think if it really wasn't for all the other, uh, all the other people that were doing, slightly less non-violent things, MLK wouldn't have come to have been seen as the face of like the non-violent section, and he wouldn't be lionized as much as he was, and he wouldn't have as much pull as he did as a symbol, because I think the thing that makes pacifism work is if you have like a violent a violent reaction to to like oppression, right? So like say for example, right, you've got like a class of people that are being oppressed and basically treated like absolute fucking dirt by an upper class. And you have two movements that rise up, right? You've got a violent, like, rioting class that their stated goal is fucking kill everything, burn it down, take what's ours, fuck all y'all. And you got the other one that's like, hey, let's be chill. We just want, to do some marches, to, do some sit-ins, be like, hey, yo, like, could we please stop being treated like second-class citizens, for fuck's sake? And you got those going side by side, not side by side, like literally side by side, but like side by side as like existence-wise. The people that are the most against treating people like, actual people, they aren't gonna respond to the non-violence. They're gonna respond to the violence, though, and the violence is gonna make them shit themselves, be like, oh fuck, we gotta do something. Oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit. Because most people, like, in an oppressive government, like, not like the people running government, but like the people that benefit from it, I should say, they're not, like going in their head consciously, oh man, I fucking love oppressing people. They're thinking, like, I don't see what the issue is. But the people who are like, oh god, yeah, I fucking love oppressing people, they're gonna see the violence and they're like, oh shit, oh fuck, I gotta do something. Meanwhile, the people that are, sane, rational, not objectively evil individuals, they're gonna look at the violence and go like, oh fuck, what's going on there? But then they'll see the non-violent stuff, the pacifism, they'll go like, you know what? They make some good points. You know what? If being treated like shit causes all that bullshit to happen, you're making some good points. I'm in. Like, and that's basically how pacifism actually works. Pacifism requires violence, and that's just that's just how it goes. Like that's how it's always been through history. And even then, the pacifism is not required. All the pacifism does is it allows the previous existing societal structure to continue exist. Like if anything, pacifism is basically a compromise, a terms of not terms of surrender, a terms of agreement, basically. Basically, you get a chance, like, hey, either you play ball and you deal with us, or you deal with the scary guy with the AK-47 over there. I don't think you want to deal with him, so you come to me and we'll sort this out. But that's not really necessary, because the scary guy with the AK-47, if he gets enough AK-47s, he can just kill all y'all and take over. That's how the American Revolution happened. That's how, that's how Benito Mussolini happened. That's how goddamn everything happened. But yeah, pacifism dumb. Well, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Violence works. And I'm not saying just use violence to solve all your problems. I'm saying don't be a dumbass and use the right tool for the right job. That's what I'm saying. Oh, boy. So I think you can tell by me latching on to a historical socio-political thing that I was not super enjoying this episode. I think you can tell. Ah, boy. Okay, so so this episode, so we have another so we have another example here of the writer with his dipshit pacifist ideology, writing himself into a corner and having no fucking way to write himself out. So he has to cause some bullshit to happen and just roll with the punches. So, okay, so Tsukasa. So because Senku does not want to kill anyone, and also he made that pledge to Earboy that, like, you know, like, oh no one's gonna get killed. I'm not gonna kill anyone, don't worry. Yet, Tsukasa cannot be removed from the story, right? Which is a problem. But also, you have Homura, Hyoga, and Yo, who are actual sociopaths. And they're still hanging around, so what do you do with them? You need to get them out of the picture, so what do you do? Well, clearly, you find a way to have one of them kill Tsukasa, but then have Tsukasa kill one of them on his way out. It's the only way to do it, and it is really hard to do without making it seem kind of cheap and power of friendshipy. And that's what it comes across as. Oh boy, like at the very least, Senku is getting his hands a little dirty here, but like most of like the actual violence is being done by Tsukasa, who they have established, because he has been stabbed in the lung, is going to die. Which I do not think is that lethal of an injury. You know, I'm gonna just Google it right now. We're gonna Google it live here. Okay, so is it lethal to be stabbed in the lung? What happens if you're stabbed in the lung? It would depend on which organs were damaged by the knife. Oh boy. Chance of death. Lungs. Unlikely unless it was a long stiletto-like knife, which could cause a... Okay, so... Oh, sorry, this is penetration. Sorry. Yeah, so this would highly... Can I learn how to read? Jesus. Penetration would wholly depend on which organs were damaged by the knife and the type of knife. Lungs. It is unlikely for lungs to be damaged by a stabbing unless it was a long, thin knife like a stiletto, which could cause a lung bleed or a lung collapse. Usually not fatal. Liver. Very high risk of hemorrhage. If a big enough artery or vein is cut open, it could be fatal in a few hours. Oh, and he's got an actual picture. I don't think I can show these pictures because they've got a license on them. But basically it's a picture of the lungs and the liver and all them. And the lungs, yeah, it's like, yeah, no, basically it's just like, no, this is just a big air sac. If you stab it and it bleeds a bit, you're probably gonna be fine. You just, if you don't get it patched up, probably won't use that lung again. And then it's got a picture of the liver, and it just points out all the veins and arteries along it, and it's like, yeah, no, if any of these get hit, you're fucking dead. And a hollow internal organ, like the stomach or intestines, will cause very painful peritonitis, first chemical, later on bacterial, and a few days of non-treatment will be fatal. So, yeah. Why the lungs? Why the lungs? If you wanted a fatal wound, a wound that is 110% fatal, Tsukasa will not survive. Why would you go for the lungs, an organ of which humans have 2 of? We can survive with 1 of them, and damage is not fatal. like, I not only is this pacifist an idiot, he's also, yeah, no, he's just a big idiot. Like, why not the liver? Why not the stomach? Like, gut wounds. Like, give him a gut wound. Like, gut wounds are fatal without modern medicine. Like, 110% fatal without modern medicine, which they do not have. They have penicillin, that's it. But also, it will take Tsukasa a little while to die, so he could still hang around to do his thing. So, the fuck? Absolutely stupid. Okay, yeah, so just, it's a so our mangaka is trying to write himself out of the hole he's dug, and he doesn't have a big enough, he doesn't have the right shovel. He's trying to use a Kriegsman's trench shovel instead of an actual proper shovel. But yeah, we got Tsukasa's little sister down. She's in there for 5 seconds, and then she's gone. Absolute waste of character, basically a plot device. You know what? I think our author here is not very good at dealing with female characters. I don't know. Seems like the only one that's actually decent is Kohaku, and the main joke is how unwomanly she is. All of the rest of them are either plot devices, are in there for 5 minutes, or their only skill is sewing. Oh boy. But yeah, like, the fight's kind of lame. The way they set up the fight's kind of lame. Hyoga kind of comes out of nowhere as an antagonist. He's basically just take Tsukasa's and Prim bullshit and apply a heavy dose of fascism to it. And I mean actual not like the bullshit, like, oh, you disagreed with me on the internet fascism. No, I mean like actual, like, we are the superior people, we shall survive, and everybody else will be taken out back and shot fascism. Good old-fashioned Mussolini fascism. Good old-fashioned Rudolf Hilter fascism. Oh boy, but yeah. Not good. Kind of shit, honestly. You guys keep telling me it gets better, but god damn, like, what, did they fucking lobotomize the author and put someone else to ghostwrite? Like, fuck. Oh, yeah. Like, Hyoga's not even that intimidating as a villain. He just tanks every attack. He tanks an explosion at his feet. Like, he tanks everything until he is no longer allowed to tank everything. He just... It's dumb. It's bad. It's stupid. It's absolute fucking dreck. I could write better than this. You know what? I'd be tempted to if you know, I gave enough of a shit. Like, if I didn't have videos to work on, streams to work on, other ancillary projects to work on, I probably could and would. I would rewrite this entire fucking series up to this point and be like, right, there you go. That's how you don't be a dipshit. Like, I get the gimmick is supposed to be, like Senku doesn't kill because then it proves Tsukasa right, but the thing is, Tsukasa kind of is right on that front, and he's kind of being proven correct here. There are some people that just do not function in society and kind of need to be taken out back and shot. That's just how it works. Like, people that cannot be, like, friggin' integrated into society. So people that go out of their way to do murder. People that are fucking sociopaths. Psychopaths that bathe in the blood of fucking virgin infants. Like, just... Like, that's the kind of people that, like, you're like, oh no, face the wall, asshole. Like, Tsukasa is objectively correct regarding that and that alone. Everything else, including all the murder and war crimes, yeah, no, he's wrong. But, you know, that doesn't make that one other point right. Like, I mean, Hitler was a horrible piece of shit. He murdered people for a religion. He tried to get rid of all the gays. He tried to get rid of trans people. He tried to get rid of goddamn every single person that wasn't blonde hair, blue eyes, while having brown eyes and brown hair. But I mean, the dude made the fucking modern highway system. Doesn't mean the modern highway system is bad. It doesn't mean all the other shit ain't absolutely goddamn awful. You know, like, even a genocidal clock is right twice a day, right? Oh, Christ. Fuck this show, dude. It's so bad. Like, you know what? Down there in the comments, like, how would you fix this? How would you fix this horrible fucking thing? Because, like I said, this man, all this author has, he's trying to dig himself out of a hole, but all he has is a Kriegsman's trench shovel. And for those of you that know the Death Corps of Krieg, they're only good at digging trenches, not so much digging their way out of the trenches. Kriegsman digs a trench, he's staying in that trench till he either dies, or there's a better trench down the way. Like, how would you dig out of here? Because, Jesus Christ, I don't think you could do it in a way that wouldn't be absolute fucking garbo. But yeah, that's... Whew. God, First season was so good. And the second season's just been a fucking... Like, if the first season was like... If this fifth series is like a roller coaster. First season is that bit where you're, like, going up and up and up and up, and you're like, yeah, 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 and you get all excited. And then the second season is, like... It's a very, very gentle curve all the way down, going, like, 5 miles an hour. Like, you know? Like, you go up there expecting Shikra, and instead you get Tiger Chase, for those of you that have been to Busch Gardens in the last 10 years. You know, people aren't going to fucking Busch Gardens for Cheetah Chase. You know, unless they're like 5 and it's the only roller coaster they can ride. Doesn't even have banking on the tracks, Cheetah Chase. It's literally just a flat thing. It goes up and is very, very, like, it's basically Babby's first roller coaster. I don't even know if they have it there anymore, actually. I think they might have actually taken it down because it was so fucking bad. But yeah, this is the Cheetah Chase of anime. But yeah, that's all I got. Episode bad. Season bad. Disappointment high. Cat Fluffy. Yeah, I know. You don't like being hugged, I know. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down there in the comments. What if you liked this episode for some reason, if you disliked, or if there's some aspect to it that's just whooshing right over my head. Who knows? That might be the case, but let me know down there in the comments. As always, everybody, I am Nozz. Remember to like, comment, favorite, subscribe, share on social media, tell your friends, hit the share button down below. And if you want, you can also support me on Patreon, which is linked down there in the description and on the end card. And big thanks to all those patrons that keep the show up and running and help keep me alive. You guys are the absolute best. If you want more content from me, I post anime every day at round about noon. And I also try and live stream every single day at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're watching this the day it went up, then I believe I am playing Doom Eternal again today. And I believe I am almost at the end of the base game. So maybe I'll play the DLC soon. Who knows? But yeah, that game's good. So come by and tune in. But yeah, everybody. Yeah, so I'll see you in the next video. Most people have all become a trash mammal today, and I'll see you a round.